What is up, you guys? It is Samicole, and I am back with another crinkly background. So, yeah, just, we're working. We're a work in progress. We'll get there, everyone, so just relax, okay? I am also a little sunburnt. And if you think this is bad, you should have seen it before I put the 5 layers of foundation and setting powder on it. I hurt. I'm a lovely shade of steamed lobster. Wear your sunscreen, children. That's all I gotta say. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing 2 different eye looks and talking about different brush types and what brush to use for what different type of technique, and just kind of going over best practices for different brush types. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So for both of these eye looks today, I'm going to be using the James Charles palette as well as the 351 Icy Fantasy palette. I'm going to be doing the same color scheme on both eyes with using different techniques to get 2 different looks. So my eyes are already primed with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, so we're going to go ahead and get started with this look. The first type of brushes I'm going to be talking about are going to be brushes that give you more tight and defined lines. So if you're looking for brushes that are going to be making more tight lines, that's what we're going to start with. So I'm going to start with this darker navy blue color. My color scheme today is very much inspired by KAILIN Chase. And if you don't know who KAILIN Chase is, she was on Instant Influencer, which is James Charles' new show that is on YouTube. I really loved watching that show. It is all out now, so I highly recommend go checking it out if that's your type of thing. But KAILIN Chase was on there, and I fell in love with her. I thought that she was just just fantastic. So this type of color scheme is inspired by her. So I am starting by taking a smaller flathead brush. Now this is from the Morphe Saweetie collection, but if you find anything that is similar to this, it will do. So this is a little bit smaller, flatter, and a little bit more condensed. So that's the biggest thing with trying to make tight lines. You want things that are going to be condensed, so you can really be able to sharpen those lines. That line is just a very straight, condensed line. It's not falling out. It's not blown out. It's not fluffed out. Nothing like that. So this type of brush, so something like this would do. We have some flat definer brushes. This is from the the Jaclyn Hill Morphe JH43. Morphe has one of their own. Any flathead brushes like that, anything that's a little bit smaller like this. I like this one for what I'm doing here because it's not as wide either. I can control more of how far out I want to take that line. Okay, so while doing a tighter line across, I went a little low there, so I need to kind of buff that out. So that's okay. I'm going to take something, this is still something that's going to give you a little bit more control, a little bit more condensed, that it's not going to blow it out too far, but this is going to be a little bit of a tighter brush, anything smaller like this. This is from the Morphe Saweetie collection, something like this. This is from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe collection. This is the JH40. But if you see that they're still a little bit more condensed, but they do fluff out a little bit more, it's going to still give me more control to be able to put that where I want to put it without getting it all over my eye. But it is also going to still do more of a blending. So I'm going to take the Saweetie collection one, and I'm going to take this pastel, not pastel, like a periwinkle, this is the word I'm looking for, periwinkle blue, and I'm just going to go right under there and buff that out a bit. Now I'm going to take the JH40. It's a little bit fluffier than what that last one was, and I am just going, no product on it, take it under and buff it out. I'm just doing windshield wiper motions right in the spot that I want buffed out. And my goal is to buff out underneath. I'm gonna get to buffing up the top here in a sec. And this does take some time. So be patient. You just gotta keep running it and keep doing it until it's at the satisfactory level that you'll want. All right, now I'm gonna take that and just slightly buff over the tops. I don't wanna blow it out too much into my eyebrow, but I do want it to just be a little bit softer up there. All right, so next I'm going in with the E16 brush. This is another one of those flathead types of brushes. I will use this for my inner corner a lot, or if I want to do right above my brow bone. You can use this to run underneath your eyes, but I'm gonna actually use this to do like almost like a paint splatter type of look on the eye. Again, this look is inspired by KAILIN Chase that she did on Instant Influencer, another recent one that she did on Instagram. It looks so good. I really just wanted to try it. But you can see this is somewhat similar to the one from the Saweetie collection. However, this one is a little bit thinner and a little bit taller. So this kind of just gives me good strokes to kind of just mess in there. All right, so then with all of those tighter defined brushes, you can get more of a precise type of look. You can make it a splotchy paint if you need dark, if you need tighter circles, things like that. Those are gonna be the type of brushes that you use. I did go under I don't have enough storage on my laptop, so my last video lost it. But I took a definer brush here and ran right under my waterline with the orange and the blue, and then I took this brush, so it's a little bit more of a smaller but fluffier brush, and I just blew it out a little bit. And that's how we got this messy, paint-inspired type of eye. Next up. Alright, so moving on to the other eye, and we're going to be using fluffier and more blending type of brushes to get a more blown out type of eye look. These are just some of my blending brushes that I use all the time, from the ones that are Starry Night collection, Morphe, Jaclyn by Morphe, Sweetie palette, and then these BH Cosmetics. And this one is my actual personal favorite blending brush. It's by Wet n Wild. I get these at the dollar store for $1. So all of these, now they're gonna vary a bit. Again, the more tapered a fluffier brush is. So these two are a little bit more tapered versus something like this, how it kind of fluffs out. So these are going to give you, the tapered ones are going to give you a little bit more of a precise. This is going to really blow out and blend out any shadows that you're looking to go with. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to start with something that's a little bit smaller, a little bit tighter to go in. And I'm going to put the first shade I'm going to go in with is that dark blue again. And I'm just going to be putting that on my outer corner. This eye's done. This one. And right now I'm just packing that on. I'm not worried about blowing it out, buffing it out, blending it out. I'm just packing it on where I want it on that outer corner. Alright, so then once I have that packed on there, I'm going to take, I want to use the same brush. I'm going to first use the same brush that doesn't, I'm going to wipe most of the product off, but it might still have a little bit on there. And I'm just going to go and I'm just going to blend this out using small circular motions and windshield wiper motions. And just all along those edges, just get that blown out. Then I'm going to take something that is a little bit more of a fluffier brush. So I'm going to take this Wet n Wild one. It's got no product on it, even though it looks really dirty. That's just me. And I am just going to do small circular motions and just blend that out some more. I'm going to drag this across my face a bit. I'm feeling dramatic today, so. You ever just feel like super dramatic? Because I do every day. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with this Periwinkle Blue. And I am taking a E13. So this is still a fluffier brush. It's fluffier than the one that I just used before, not quite as flat. But it is also a little bit more tapered, so it's slightly more condensed because I don't want this next color all over my lid, but I do want to be able to use this to blend. And again, I'm just going to pack it right up against that other blue that we used and just pack it on first where I want it, and then I'll worry about blending. Okay, so I have that packed where I want it. Now I'm going to fuse the two colors together with this brush, drag it over a little bit, and just keep it real condensed. Just kind of shimmy it in there and press to blend the two colors. And then at the top edge, I just go back and forth with a little windshield wiper motion. And then at the edges where there's no shadow next to it, I'm just kind of shimmying it down to blend it. The further in you go in your eye, if you're packing shade or packing shades on like this, you want your brush to get more and more condensed as you're getting into the smaller portion of your eye. And then I am running that periwinkle over the top to just kind of have these two colors blending together. Makes sense. All right, so now I'm going to go in that orange, and I'm actually going to take an E14 from the Starry Night collection from Blinged Brushes, and ponytail's been lopsided. All right. This one is way more condensed and flat brush. I would probably put this more in the more defined, but because I am getting into that inner corner where things are getting tight, I don't want the orange to get all up on the top and everything. So I want to use something that is a bit more defined. So that's why we're doing this one. And I'm just packing that in again and bringing it up. All right, and now I'm going to take this bit of a fluffier brush. It has no product on it. This is by Morphe. And I'm going to blend out those top edges and try to fuse together the blue and the orange. The other thing I like to do, especially with these two colors that are not really close in color scheme, it's a very cool tone with a very warm tone. I'll take something small, a smaller defined brush like this. I'll put a little bit of that periwinkle blue on there. And I will just like stamp that slightly on the edges where the two colors are supposed to meet, to try to help blend those two together and make them look a little bit more radiant type of deal. So stamp that a bit, and then I'll just check this brush here, this smaller definer. It's the E16 from the Starry Night collection, and I just ran that gold and that orange underneath this eye. Popped on some white liner, and here we are. So, ooh, oh yeah, okay, here we be. So, let me go finish my face, pop on some lashes, do a little lip, and I'll be back to shut it down. Alright, you guys, this is that look all complete. I did do a lip and popped on some Dstar Lashes in the style Kimberly. Use code Samicole for 15% off. Excuse me while I plug. But anyways, I really like how this look turned out. I was a little nervous about this eye because it was looking a little slop city. Slop city, bitch. Slop city, bitch. Did my makeup on my titties, bitch. Anyways, yeah, was a little nervous about this, but with the lash and the rest of the face complete, I actually really like the little like type of artistry that it came out. So shout out to KAILIN Chase for the inspiration. I really love her stuff. I will put links down below if you want to give her a checkout. If you want to give her a checkout. If you want to give her a checkout. If you want to check her out, I will put her links below. If you liked this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and let me know what you want to see in future videos. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Follow me on Instagram for more looks and updates on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so, so much. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will catch you in the next one.